Hey, hello, your second travel with Wolf Gorlick, few minutes riffing on IT and IT security. Today looking at credit cards, specifically the ones with a chip. But before we get to chipped credit cards, let's talk about what really matters. Batman. And if you watched like the Batman, like the Dark Knight Rises trilogy, there was an interesting point with the Joker. There would be no Joker had there been no Batman. It was the evolution of the crime fighting, the control that led to the evolution of the criminal, right? The breaker of said technical control. And we've oftentimes find ourselves in this cat and mouse game where we put in place something and we hope it will create a better solution, but it oftentimes doesn't. It just creates new table stakes. We're always at the leading edge. And it's at the leading edge that you can either, as a criminal, take advantage of stagnant technologies, or as a defender, take advantage of quickly changing attitudes and trends. For example, take the EMV, right? Those chips, the chips in our credit card that we all move to. Tip for you, they're not working. The end. No, don't turn off the video. Stop. Not the end yet. A study came out by Gemini Advisory Group, and they found, not surprisingly, that they're not working. Now, I say not surprisingly because when this first came out, I was like, hey, look, this is great. Awesome idea. What's going to happen is now, instead of trying to steal the credit cards at that point, right, where it's encrypted, we're going to do what? We're going to, steal it at where it's inserted, or we're going to steal it back at the processor. We're no longer going to have a massive breach at a target. We're going to have a massive breach at a credit card processor like Elevon, right? That's what we're going to start seeing. And I said that at the time, and that is in fact what we have seen, because this control has simply shifted the point of attack to a different point. And it hasn't even reduced fraud. According to this Gemini Advisory report, 60 million credit cards. 60 million credit cards. 6 and a lot of zeros. Over a 12-month period. 60 million credit cards of the past year stolen, gone, done. Of those, 93% had EMV. You're like, well, I thought the EMV was going to save us. Well, no, because we put that in place, and now the Joker's gotten better, and they've gotten new and more advanced ways of stealing our credit cards. So now what do we do? I don't know. We'll have to figure out a new control, a new way of protecting those cards. But I do think this is exactly a case study in why cybersecurity is so fascinating. Because the minute you put controls in place, and if you pat yourself on the back and say, job well done, we're secure, you're done. A better question is, I put this control in place, where are the attackers going to go now? Because that's the million-dollar question, and that's the question that organizations should have been asking themselves when we put in EMV, not 60 million credit cards, 93% with EMV after 1 year. What do you think? What's a good way of stopping credit card theft? Comments, social media, hit me up. Cheers.